السلام عليكم. هنبدأ محاضرتنا. أول محاضرة في البروتين كيمستري اللي هي الأمينو أسيدز. احنا أخدنا ال DNA الموليكولر، وعرفنا ان ال DNA هو السنترال دوجما اللي بيعمل لنا بعد كده الجينز، والجينز دي coding proteins. they are functional molecules. بعد كده بتدخل في الميتابوليزم. عندنا في البايوكيمستري بنتكلم عن البروتين كيمستري والليبيد كيمستري والكربوهيدرات كيمستري. دي كلها molecules enter in the metabolism. وهنبدأ بالبروتين كيمستري. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. أي بروتين contain a chain of amino acids. This is the building blocks of protein. اسمها amino acids. They are connected by a peptide bond. والconnection between الامينو acids هناخده ان شاء الله next lecture في ال functional structure of the protein او البروتين conformation. يبقى ال building blocks of protein are amino acids. علشان كده احنا هناخد in details the structure and types و classification of amino acids. They are connected only by a peptide bond to form the protein. There are 20 types of amino acids in nature. في more than 300 amino acids, but in the human body there are only 20 types of amino acids that make up proteins. They are the building blocks of all human body proteins. يبقى احنا عندنا في جسمنا only 20. They are all alpha amino acids. وهنعرف حالا يعني ايه alpha amino acids. And they differ according to the group attached to the alpha carbon. تعالوا نشوف structure of amino acids عشان نفهم يعني ايه alpha carbon atom. This is the structure of the amino acids. من اسمها amino يعني contain amino group NH2 and contain carboxylic group for the name of acid COOH. This is the carboxylic group, and contain hydrogen atom and side chain. These four groups are connected to the alpha carbon atom. What the meaning of alpha carbon atom? It's the carbon atom next to the carboxylic group. يبقى when I come to numbering the carbon atoms in any amino acids, I begin with the carboxylic group. Next to it there is alpha, then beta and gamma and so on. All amino acids in the human body are alpha amino acid. This means that the amino group is attached to the alpha carbon atom. What the meaning of alpha carbon atom? Again, it's the carbon atom next to the carboxylic group. So alpha carbon atom is connected to 4 different groups in amino acids. Carboxylic group for the acid, amino group for amino, hydrogen atom and our side chain. All the difference between the 20 amino acid in the human body present in the R side chain. All amino acids in the body are alpha L amino acids. we did explain the meaning of alpha amino acid means that the amino group is attached to the alpha carbon atom, which is the carbon atom next to the carboxylic group. What's the meaning of L amino acids? L amino acids, it means that the configuration of the amino group is to the left side. All our amino acids in our body are alpha L amino acids. There are no D amino acids in our body. There are no D amino acids in the protein in our body. This is the structure of alpha L amino acids, which are all the 20 amino acids in our human body. They are alpha. Only alpha means that the amino group is attached to the carbon atom next to the carboxylic group. What the meaning of L form? That the amino group configuration is to the left side, like this structure or this figure. The chemical structures aren't involved in our curriculum, but to explain and know the nature and the property of amino acids, we must know the specific characters of each amino acid, not the structure. يعني أنا مش هاجي أقولك اكتب لي الchemical structure of certain amino acid. أنا مش هسألك في كده، لكن أنا هسألك إيه الكاركتر of this amino acid. قلنا ال difference of between the 20 amino acids is in the R side chain. All the difference in the R side chain. So we must know the characteristics of each amino acid. What the difference between it and other 20 amino acids. But the chemical structure itself, no, it's not included in our curriculum. Let's know amino acid classification. There are many classifications of amino acids according to the chemical structure of the side chain. This is the chemical classification, which is the difference between the 20 amino acids, or according to polarity, and we will explain what the meaning of polarity. And from nutritional side of view, whether they can be synthesized inside our body or we must take them in the diet. And the metabolic classification, which depends on the fate of those amino acids in our body after the protein is degraded. At the end of its function, it's degraded into amino acids and the metabolic fate of those amino acids in our body. So there are 4 types of classification of amino acids. We must know all of them. The chemical classification according to structure of the side chain of the amino acid. The polarity classification according to the polarity of the side chain. Nutritional classification based on whether this amino acid can be synthesized inside our body or not. And metabolic classification according to the fate of amino acids in our body. Let's begin the chemical classification of amino acids. This depends on the R side chain. All amino acids, like we said before, there is alpha carbon atom next to the carboxylic group attached to hydrogen atom and amino group, which its configuration to the left side. So it's alpha L amino acid. They are all like this. The side chain, this is the difference. The first type of amino acids here are the acidic amino acids. What the meaning of acidic? Acids, they are molecules that can give proton and carry negative charge. This group is the carboxylic group COOH. Any amino acids in the liquid state or in the nature in neutral pH, this carboxylic group tends to lose proton, so it's acidic group and carry negative charge. So what the meaning of acidic amino acids? They are the dicarboxylic group amino acids. They contain two carboxylic group, not only one. This is the natural or the normal structure of amino acids. They have carboxylic group and amino group, so they have equal negative and positive charge. In acidic amino acids, they have extra carboxylic group, like we have those acidic amino acids, aspartate and glutamate. They have two carboxylic groups, so this second carboxylic group tends to lose proton and have negative charge. So when I ask you what are the acidic amino acids, they are aspartate and glutamate, and you must know that they contain two carboxylic group, and the second carboxylic group tends to lose proton and have negative charge. Basic amino acids, it's the contrast of acidic amino acids. They have two amino groups. The amino group tends to obtain or gain proton and carry positive charge. In the normal amino acids, or in the constant structure of amino acid, they have both carboxylic and amino group which have one negative and one positive charge, so they are neutral. In the basic amino acids, they have diamino group, two amino group, like those amino acids arginine, lysine and histidine. They have two amino acids, and this second amino group tends to gain proton and carry positive charge. This is basic amino acid. When I ask you about basic amino acid, they are arginine, lysine and histidine. Amide group containing amino acids. What the meaning of amide? Amide, this is a type of a bond between the carboxylic group and amino group. When aspartate and glutamate, those amino acids which are the acidic amino acids, have a second carboxylic group. When this second carboxylic group is attached to another amino group by amide bond, this means that they are converted into asparagine and glutamine. Asparagine and glutamine, which are the amide containing amino acids. What the meaning of amide? It's the bond between the second carboxylic group and another amino group, so it becomes neutral now. Okay, this is glutamine and asparagine. So when I ask you about amide containing amino acids, they are glutamine and asparagine. They are coming from aspartate and glutamate, which are the acidic amino acids. sulfur containing amino acid. Don't forget, we are still in the chemical classification of amino acids according to the side chain. There is constant structure, hydrogen bond attached to the alpha carbon atom, amine group and carboxylic group. This is the R chain, side chain, which we are talking about. Sulfur containing amino acids, from its name it contains sulfur. They are cysteine and methionine. Cysteine and methionine, they both contain sulfur, so they are sulfur containing amino acids. So when I ask you about sulfur containing amino acids, they are cysteine and methionine. Hydroxy amino acids, from their name they contain hydroxyl group. This is serine, tyrosine and threonine. Again, they are three amino acids hydroxy containing. They contain hydroxyl group attached in the side chain, like we said before. This is the constant structure of amino acids, and this is the R side chain. It contains OH, which is the hydroxyl group, so they are called hydroxy amino acids, which are serine, tyrosine, okay, this is tyrosine, and threonine, three amino acids. Aromatic amino acids. What the meaning of aromatic? Aromatic means it contains benzene ring. This is benzene ring. This figure is benzene ring. Okay. Aromatic amino acids, also three amino acids: phenylalanine. The structure you aren't obligated to know or to write the structure of amino acids, but you must know what are the aromatic amino acids. They contain benzene ring. They are three amino acids: phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. This is the benzene ring. The structure not included. Again, aromatic amino acids means contain benzene ring. They are three amino acids: phenylalanine, tyrosine, which contain hydroxyl group. So the tyrosine is hydroxy amino acid and aromatic amino acid. It's both. Okay, this is important. It's both. It contain hydroxyl group, so it's hydroxy amino acid. Contain benzene ring, so it's aromatic amino acid. And tryptophan. Some amino acids contain ring other than benzene ring. They are called heterocyclic amino acids. Heterocyclic means they contain cycle other than benzene ring, not benzene ring. It includes histidine and proline. Histidine is di-basic or di-amino acid, and it's included in the basic amino acids. You remember, it's basic amino acid contain two amino group, and also it's heterocyclic amino acid. The meaning of heterocyclic, it contain a cycle other than benzene ring. And proline also cycle, but it not contain amino group, it contain amino group. This is NH only, not NH2. It's called amino group, so it's amino acid. The group NH is called amino, not amino. So when I ask you what is the amino acid, is proline. Why it's called amino acid? As it contains NH, not NH2. The aliphatic amino acids. What the meaning of aliphatic? Aliphatic means that there is no ring. So when amino acid contain benzene ring, it's called aromatic. They are three. When it's contain a cycle or ring other than benzene ring, it's called heterocyclic. And when it doesn't contain any cycle or any ring, it's called aliphatic amino acids. And they include glycine. This is the constant structure of amino acids. Alpha carbon attached to carboxylic group, amino group, hydrogen atom, and this is the side chain of glycine. And alanine and branched chain amino acids. Branched chain, they are included also in the aliphatic amino acids, which contain no ring, but they have category, specific category, as they contain a branch, so they are called branched chain. This is what here what you see, and you don't have to know the structure. You have to know what are the branched chain amino acid. They are valine, leucine, isoleucine. So the structure not included, but when I ask about the branched chain amino acid, we must know that they are valine, leucine, and isoleucine. Amino acid, I mentioned it before. What are the amino acid? It's only one, it's proline. Why it's called amino acid? Because it doesn't contain amino group, which is NH2. It contains amino group. Here are the amino group. This is NH only, not NH2. So it's the only amino acid, proline. All amino acid in our body, like we said before, they are alpha, okay, L amino acids. And we said that the alpha carbon is the carbon next to the carboxylic group, and we count the carbon atom after the carboxylic group. There is alpha carbon, then beta, then gamma. All amino acids enter in our protein in our body. They are alpha L amino acids, but there are specific amino acids which not alpha amino acids, so they are derived amino acids. They are not in the structure of our body protein, but they enter in specific structures. So the amino acid attached to carbon atom other than the alpha carbon atom, so they are called derived amino acids. They have a specific function, like beta alanine. What's the meaning of beta alanine? We said that this is alanine, if you remember. This is alanine. There is amino group in the alpha carbon. When we count, this is the carboxylic group, this is alpha carbon and beta. So beta alanine, this amino group is attached to this carbon atom, not this. The beta alanine, this amino group will be attached to this carbon atom, not this alpha. After the carboxylic group, alpha and beta, and so on. So beta alanine is one of the derived amino acids. It enters in the vitamin structure. There is also gamma amino butyric acid. This means that the amino group is attached to the third carbon atom after the carboxylic group. The first is alpha, second is beta, and the third is gamma. Gamma amino butyric acid, which is abbreviated into GABA, and it's considered a neurotransmitter in the nervous system. There is also hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. They are hydroxylated. There is hydroxyl group added to both proline and lysine, and they enter in structure of collagen, and we will take it in the fibrous protein lecture. Hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. Also ornithine and citrulline, they are derived amino acid, enter in the urea cycle. We will take it in protein metabolism. Cysteine also is derived amino acids. Cysteine is derived from cysteine. We mentioned cysteine before. It's sulfur containing amino acids. This is sulfur. Combination of two molecules of cysteine by reduction, this hydrogen atom will be removed by reduction, will form cysteine. So it's derived amino acids derived from cysteine. Two molecules of cysteine forming one molecule of cysteine by reduction.